The shift from gas cars to electric vehicles has been a mess. Governments pushed automakers into EVs before the infrastructure was ready. The result? Frustrated buyers, struggling car companies, and an auto industry on the edge. Meanwhile, China has surged ahead, threatening to take over the market. What went wrong? And what does it mean for your next car? The transition to EVs should have been a lot smoother. Instead, it's been a disaster. Automakers were forced to abandon gas too soon. Charging networks lagged behind, battery tech wasn't where it needed to be, the adoption is stalling, and China is dominating the future of cars. If you're thinking about buying a car, you need to know what's happening next. If you want real insights on the car market, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't get sugar-coated hype here. Just straight facts about what's coming next in the auto world. Governments pushed EVs too early. Instead of targeting people who could charge at home, they tried to force everyone into an electric future that wasn't ready. Automakers scrambled to comply, but the tech wasn't mature and the infrastructure was lacking. The result again? A half-baked transition that frustrated buyers and hurt car companies. Battery technology was decades behind where it needed to be. The auto industry was built around gas, and suddenly shifting to EVs meant slapping electric powertrains into cars designed for gas engines. The outcome? Complexity issues, reliability issues, and a hesitant customer base. Tesla managed to succeed, but traditional automakers refused to follow its lead. Instead, they clung to old business models, producing subpar EVs that failed to excite customers. China took a different approach. The country studied Tesla's playbook, replicated it across multiple brands, and backed everything with massive government support. The result? A Chinese EV revolution similar to how Japan nearly took over the auto industry in the 1970s. But this time, it's moving even faster. China also secured control over essential resources like rare earth minerals for EV batteries. That gave them an edge no other country has. Even Japan's automakers, once industry leaders, are now merging to survive against China's dominance. If not for tariffs, sanctions, and outright bans, Chinese EVs would likely dominate global markets. Instead, struggling Western automakers are clinging to life. Some of the companies on edge are as follows. You have Jaguar, Mazda, Chrysler, Cadillac, McLaren, Mitsubishi, Volvo, Polestar, Buick, Lucid, Lotus, Toyota, Infiniti, Nissan, Ford, and Rivian. And that's not even all. Even Volkswagen and Stellantis are in deep trouble. Meanwhile, startups like Fisker and Canoo have already shut down. Let's look at the causes of some of the impending collapse. Car companies might have survived one or two of these challenges, but together they create a perfect storm. There was a rushed EV transition. Automakers weren't ready and neither were the buyers. This caused economic pressure with high material costs, inflation, and interest rates that have made cars less affordable. Then we have changing ownership trends. With our younger generations moving away from car ownership, and autonomous taxis could accelerate this shift happening right now. Many buyers are stuck. Do you buy an ICE car that might become obsolete in a couple of years, or an EV that's still developing? Meanwhile, high prices and rising loan rates make car payments harder than ever. Whether gas car or EV, both car types are at risk. Gas cars could be phased out by EVs, but today's EVs aren't quite there yet. Battery technology, the different types of engines, and autonomous driving still need major improvements. This has led to steep depreciation for both types of cars. For now, a well-maintained used car might be the smartest choice. EVs are starting to hold their value a little better, and batteries that last over 160,000 kilometers when properly maintained. But unless you can charge at home and mostly take short trips, EVs may not be the best option just yet. Now, when do you buy your next car? If you need a car now, here's what actually makes sense in my opinion. Buy used. A used EV or a high reliability ICE car will be less risky than buying a new car in today's market. You can also use ride sharing. If you can hold off on buying a car, services like Uber or Lyft may be a safer short-term solution. The market should stabilize between 2027 and 2030. By then, we could see autonomous taxis become a real alternative to car ownership. If you buy new, plan to keep the car for at least 5 years. Depreciation is steep in the first 2 years, but it slows down after that. Now, looking ahead, China's EV brands show where the market is currently going. They are about 2 years ahead of the rest of the world and still gaining ground. Unless Western automakers step up, China could dominate the entire automotive industry. The transition to EVs has been chaotic, but China has shown how it should be done. Traditional automakers are struggling and car buyers are left with tough choices. Those of you who have watched and listened me long enough, then you know what my concerns, and it's mostly all the people that will lose their jobs in the automotive industry. Policies change, but somehow the policymakers keep getting richer regardless, and some of them are lifelong members of the House of Representatives. On that note, if you want to stay informed of what's happening next, hit that subscribe button. This market is changing fast and you need to be ready. Let's start the discussion in the comments. I will see you in the next episode.